Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. Another very special video for me because in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Lego Star Wars Pirate Snub Fighter. This is set number 75346. It has 285 pieces. And I paid $35 for this set. Now, I already did a video about the Endor Speeder Chase diorama and the Emperor's Throne Room diorama, which were new sets that are coming out for May the 4th, come out on May 1st, I believe. So I got those sets early. And this is another one that is coming out at the same time as those that I was also able to purchase early. I am not affiliated with Lego. I'm not part of the Lego Ambassadors Network. I did pay for this from just a normal retailer, and for whatever reason I was able to score these early, which makes it really exciting for me to review because maybe it can help someone decide if they want to get one of these sets, or at least I can offer my opinion on them. And it's I'm going to do my best to try to evaluate this, and maybe it can help someone out. This is one that I was a little bit so on. I wasn't actually sure I was going to get this one. It looked very basic as far as a building technique. I don't watch the Mandalorian show, which is, I believe this is from. So it looks like a kind of generic Star Wars gray ship. And then the price per piece ratio was pretty bad. Or it was not great. I think it's maybe in line with Endor diorama and with Emperor's Throne Room, because those didn't have very good price per piece things either. But as far as the new Star Wars sets that are maybe more play focused, play scale, or on the more affordable realm, like this is the entry that is coming out for May 1st. And I still hope I'm able to get the Super Star Destroyer display set. I don't know if I'll be able to get that one early. If I can, surely I will review it on this channel, but otherwise I will get that one when it releases, just like everybody else. So in this video, I'm going to open this set up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to give my thoughts. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to give my review. Until then, enjoy! Okay, so that is this brand new Lego Star Wars Pirate Snub Fighter. As I mentioned at the beginning, this was one that I was kind of lukewarm on when I saw it. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. I also wasn't sure if I was going to get the dioramas. I ended up getting them. I didn't love the Endor speeder chase when I built it. Well, I liked it, but I thought it was overpriced. Then I built the throne room, and I really, really liked that. And maybe that was still overpriced, but I started kind of maybe coming around to it a little bit. I think this one, it is what I expected. It's a pretty basic build. It is 285 pieces for $35. So I think the price per piece count is not very good. You get 2 minifigures, which I believe is the first time these characters have been in minifigure form. So we will take a look at the minifigures first, and I just need to double check the names of them here. Okay, so the first one we'll look at is the first one you build. And this one is the Snub Pirate pilot, or Snub fighter pilot, I guess. And I don't know what Snub is, or I don't watch Mandalorian, so I can't really speak to the accuracy of this. What I can speak to are the details. So first, we have a different colored face, a different printing on the face, which is pretty good detail there. There is no alternate face for this one, but we get some detail on the back of the head. The printing on the torso is really, really nice. We get some kind of metallic details in there, and just a lot of different colors, a lot of different printing going on in the torso. The midsection has printing, and it's pretty well done and matches up really well with the torso, which is really good. And then the legs, we have a ton of printing, and it's also detailed and really cool. The legs aren't the same right to left. There's some metallic kind of in the design here. And we get printing on the feet, or on the toes there. So there's a lot going on for the front of this minifigure. No printing on the arm, but the arms are a different color than the torso there. And different color hands or gloves here. If we turn to the back's a little more basic, but it has this kind of hexagonal, almost scaly design there. Really, really nice detail on that as well. Same for around the belt line here. And then we have this helmet, and this helmet is not dual molded. It is a nice mold, and then it's just got a lot of printed details. At least I don't think it's dual molded, but there's a lot of details going on in this, and the print is pretty well done on here. Mine looks to be centered okay. Maybe a little bit around the top. There's some separation differences from right to left, but yeah, it's not perfect. The top of this on mine, but it's pretty good, and there's a lot of detail packed in here, so that's really, really nice. And I like the shape, and I like the printing on the helmet. But this minifigure really impressed me. I mean, I saw it on the box, but once I got it in hand, I really, really liked it. And again, I don't know who this character is, what they do, how important they are, but there's a lot of detail that went into this, and this is a really good figure. And then the next one we have is Vane, I believe, Vane. I'm just going to hold these up together first, because I believe they have the same face print. I'm pretty sure they do, which maybe that's part of the deal, is they look similar. So I don't know how you differentiate this one to the other one, but again, well, this one comes with a nice kind of pirate type scimitar sword here. Very good. This one has a lot of detail as well. Face printing is good. Same thing on the back as the other one. This one, no printing on the arms here, but tons of detail and kind of like similar color stuff on here. So it's almost hard to see some of the detail of this necklace and this buckle here. And the belt buckle, but there's a lot of different patterns in there, and I think this turned out really, really well. Midsection has printing, doesn't feel mismatched or anything, and the legs have printing as well, kind of continuing that same kind of color scheme. I think it does a really good job. So this minifigure kind of surprised me as well. If we look at the headpiece here, I believe this one is dual molded. With those two colors there, and we do get a little bit of like metallic silver printing on the side. And just so we can see the head, I believe these are the exact same heads there, but that's okay if that's accurate to the character. I don't know if it is. I can't really speak to that, but fine. I thought I was pretty impressed by these two minifigures, even though my one helmet could be a little bit wonky there. And then we have this pirate snub fighter here. It is about what I expected. A lot of gray, dark bluish gray, light bluish gray, a lot of I would say kind of Star Wars-y type stuff. The shape is kind of interesting. It gets wider at the front, which is very cool. It has kind of an hourglass shape, which is neat. We do have some stickers on here. We have one sticker on the front there, one sticker on this plate here, sticker on this fin or this wing element, and another one on this one. And then we have two more stickers on the side of the windscreen element here. And I was a little disappointed about that. I would have liked those to have been printed, but they were stickers, and that's okay. But I do believe this is a new color for this windscreen piece. Not a new piece necessarily, but I think this is Lego, what they are going to be doing for their like dark translucent. I think they've called it like translucent black, or trans brown, or something like that. At different names at different times. So it's like the grayish kind of translucent brick that is just a little darker than a perfectly clear one. And I believe this is the new color for that, although at least that's what I've heard. That could be wrong, but it does look nice. It's got a nice effect, and generally that's pretty good. We do have one print in the cockpit here, and a bucket handle as controls, which is really smart. Nothing too complicated for the construction of this. A lot of plates on plates, and then just tiling and greebling out. This whole kind of piece here is its own kind of sub-assembly that was easy to put on there, hard for me to just rip off. But it's all just like layers and layers of plates, and that's okay. It's a basic build. I think this set is 8+. It's got some smaller pieces. I think it probably could be a 7 or a 6 even. This is nice back here. The three of these work well. I like these detailed. There's a little bit of greebling on here. You can see use of some roller skate elements there, which I used to call little cars, but I found out that I think those are minifigure roller skates, and those are in kind of the pearl silver type thing there, and we get some up here as well. So some greebling, some studs visible. The back is pretty good. The front shaping is nice and achieved well, if rather basic. We do have two stud shooters here on the front, and we do get some extra translucent studs to load those with and fire with. A couple like blaster details up here, and that's all good. There are a couple places to hold accessories, and I realized I did not show one of the accessories for the minifigures is this little blaster here, and that can be stowed up here in this. There's a space that could go, I suppose, and that's fine. And then there's a cargo space back here that's just held in by one stud on this jumper. And then we can pull out this little crate, this box, and inside the box right now is this tile, this rounded tile that has a print on it, and I do not know what it is supposed to be. So if anybody knows what that print is, please let me know in the comments. Here is another one, because you do get an extra, but that's what it had me put in the crate there, in the box, and that's fine. I suppose I could fit both of them in here, not right? I think so. And we can pop that in, but I will just take one out so you know that we get one extra here, technically. And that fits in there nice and snug, nice and easy enough to get out. And this goes right on top. So this is fine. It's solid. It can be held in different ways. And it can be swooshed and zoomed and played with, which is good. I think this is kind of more of a play type set. And it's at that price range. I think 30 bucks is reasonable with 2 minifigures here, and for what you get. I still think this might be I really didn't like the value on the Obi-Wan Starfighter or the Republic tank. But this is maybe, the Republic tank did have some interesting stuff going on a little bit in different colors and some massable figures, but this is okay. It's not too bad. I still think it's overpriced. If I was going to be looking for the new Star Wars things that are coming out for May 1st this year or for May the 4th this year, and I was between this set and the dioramas or the Super Star Destroyer or the X-Wing even, this one is the cheapest, the most affordable out of those that is in that batch. And it's probably rated for the youngest age out of all of them, and is kind of the most basic. It is for me personally, my least favorite that I've done so far. I don't know if I'll be getting the X-Wing. I do plan on getting the Superstar Destroyer, super micro scale thing, display set when that releases, unless I find it earlier. So I'll be able to talk about that one and then compare even more. This is just gets a okay. It's very, very simple. And I do think for that reason it is a little bit overpriced. But the minifigures are quite good, in my opinion. And if you're a big Mandalorian fan or something, or you just want all the Star Wars minifigures, all these Star Wars ships, then yeah, this makes sense. Those minifigures are quite good. Have no idea what they will do down the line in the future, or what this ship will do at all, or if this is even going to sell out or not. I have no idea, but I'm happy to have built it, and I like building Star Wars stuff, Star Wars Lego kind of anyway, and sometimes I'm disappointed and sometimes I'm not, and yeah, this was maybe a little overpriced, but I don't know if I would say that this was more overpriced than I think Minecraft or Mario are, because I kind of think those are way more overpriced than Star Wars, but that's just me. So this was okay. Not great, not terrible, just okay. And sometimes that's where I want to live, in just the okayness of it all. But I do wish this was better and cheaper. If we take a look at the extra pieces here, get an extra of the roller skate in the kind of silvery pearl silver there. We get an extra one of those printed tiles, extra stud shooter trigger, extra blaster, and then these red translucent pieces are what would be used for the stud shooter there. And then we get an extra of this 1x2 kind of ingot style tile thing. And I didn't think that was usually an extra piece. And I tried to look to see where I missed one, and I could not find it. So maybe you get an extra of those, but I am happy that we get an extra of the 1x2 kind of half circle or rounded tile there. It's nice that those are light enough to be extra, even when the jumper version of them is not. So that's very good. And my final verdict is kind of, it's okay. I think there's a lot of parents and children who will get a lot of play out of this, and it looks nice enough. Some interesting angles and some greebling and some detail. So I think this will sell well, partly because it's in the slightly more affordable range, but I think this would be better at $30 for 285 pieces. I mean, the price per piece on that is still kind of, I don't know, but you do get two minifigures that I consider to be quite good with some pretty impressive printing on them. And so at $30, I'm like, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. $35, it's only a $5 difference, but you know, this still is a decent % increase. And I don't think it's worth $35 necessarily. And I did really enjoy the dioramas that I thought were overpriced, but I kind of came around to them a little bit. Maybe my opinion will change on this, but my gut feeling right now is that this is maybe the least interesting and the kind of worst price out of the upcoming things. But like the dioramas, I am very pleased that I was able to get this early so I can share this video with anybody who watches before they might buy. These are my thoughts, and if they help anybody kind of decide on stuff, great. And if not, maybe you still enjoyed watching, so I appreciate that. If you liked this video, consider giving it a like, and if you like the videos on my channel, consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I will be doing in the future, including more LEGO Star Wars, LEGO Marvel, some Speed Champions, and a bunch more stuff coming up. So subscribe so you don't miss any of that. And until next time, thanks. Bye.